moment you all been waiting for.
Oh, yeah.
Please let me invite on stage my sponsor, Diana, and a lady that came a very long way to train you, Miss Rachel Beatty. Just corrected Mrs. There you go, Mrs. Yours. I'm just going to get yours.
Hi everyone, my name's Rachel, I'm an Lemon Orchid,
And my name is Diana, and I am Pearl Orchid.
Thanks everyone firstly for coming across today. There's so many excuses everyone could have used today. We looked out the window last night, we saw all the snow and thought it's going to be quiet tomorrow. We're still not sure if we're going to actually get home tonight, but touch wood, the M6 will be clear. So we're going to talk about Facebook marketing and how I've built my business via Facebook. Right, okay. We're going to talk a bit more about Facebook for a little while, but firstly, if we just touch on social media. Does anyone in the room use social media? Okay. We're going to quickly go around and we're going to find out what kind of social media you're all used to using at the moment. Is there any that anyone uses in particular? Facebook. Any others?
LinkedIn.
Twitter? How many of you using Twitter at the moment? Haven't quite got the knack of it yet, so might be in touch with you. LinkedIn?
YouTube.
I'm sure if you can scan it, let's see. YouTube?
Yeah.
Any others?
Pinterest.
Sorry?
Pinterest.
Pinterest?
Google+.
Guild pages? Skill pages? So on to me. Any others?
Friends Reunited.
Friends Reunited, which is great. I've not used it in years, but it was really amusing seeing what people were doing 10 years later.
Sorry.
All these places are different networking meetings. You can go in and you can meet people, different people. You're not necessarily having to stick in your own area. My business is generally all across the UK. There's guys who I've never met before that have come from my team and they've come today. So you might not be able to see people as much face to face, but it means you can have a wide team for all the UK. FM is absolutely fantastic in the way that you don't have to have people at local meetings close to you. I'm sure there'll be orchids in the room who do meetings. Hand, anyone? That do their own meetings. They're all around the UK. You can go onto the main website and just go onto meetings. And I feel confident in knowing that if I sign someone up in Luton, that I might see them one day, I might be able to drive down and meet them, but I can, get in touch with Gediminas and he'll look after them. And I'm sure he would feel the same with me up north, and if he's got someone local that can put each other in touch. So don't be concerned that by dealing with a wider area, your people aren't going to get the support. So here are some that we might not have picked up on. On to the next one. The internet is absolutely huge. It's a really, really powerful media.
Sorry.
We're stuck.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
No.
We're doing it. We're stuck. The population. Yeah, I do, kind of. It's been edited. We did this for the Up North event. There we go. The population of the world is...
Sorry about
Is that 7 trillion? 7 billion?
7 billion.
7 billion. 17 million? Is that right? 846,929 people. There's a lot. Now out of those, there's 2 billion, 2.5 billion, that use the internet. So you've got a huge market out there, plenty of people that you can be in touch with. It's 34.3% of the world's population. So what is social media? Have I got a slide on that?
That's what it was.
Are you covering stuff?
Sorry? Sorry, we didn't have time to repeat this. we did this presentation once, and we sort of kind of...
We've rejigged the slides slightly.
And it was in Belfast, so it's kind of, I think it works out, so it's a different location. So, well, anyway. So, what is your social media in your opinion? What is it? Why do we need social media?
Keep in touch, it's convenient.
Reach a large audience.
Yeah.
Right, reach live audience, well done. And the main one we're going to talk today mostly, it's going to be Facebook. So one of the most important things we're actually going to touch up on why exactly Facebook, why so many people chose, why Facebook is at the top of our list. I know I wrote FB, but that's the shortening we keep using. Well, first of all, it's a huge market. There are over 700 million users on Facebook, and it's growing by 400,000 every day. So it is really, really huge market. Keep introducing more and more people into the network. Also, it's extremely targeted. People tell you exactly what they are interested in, and that makes your life much easier. Because in Facebook, you are able to correct when you're actually creating your profile. You are choosing what exactly you're interested in. You are choosing what pages you like, and that creates a big profile about yourself. The other very good benefit of Facebook, it's clusters, which means that like-minded people, they gather in groups, and we're going to touch a little bit more on that. I think that's the main things what we're going to touch today about Facebook, because they like-minded people gather in groups, and they through the fan pages they basically talk and socialize. So that means that people who like the same things, they can be in the same area. Also, Facebook is organically viral. That means that what everyone does, it shows up on the newsfeed. So it is very, very powerful. You know whatever is doing. I mean, quite a lot of you probably, found out about people you haven't met for ages. You know so much about them. And, if you look 10 years back, 10 years before, you wouldn't be able to do it. Just because of the power of Facebook, you can really, really see everything on time.
How many heard about the meeting today via Facebook? Okay. How many people are promoting their current meetings via Facebook? Okay. Good.
And also webinars, we also promote that through webinars. Exposure, the average user spends 55 minutes a day online and has about 130 friends. Who has more than 130 friends on the Facebook? Everyone. Wow. So you see, in this room, average is much higher. And who spends more than 55 minutes a day? Yes, I thought that. So it is awesome knowing that, because that means we just can't. We are not able to avoid Facebook in today's world. And it's connection-based. Facebook is set up for people to reach out to each other. People want to connect, and that's the reason we create Facebook page. They want to connect, they want to share information. This is the basis of all the social media. So when we talked about what it is social media, we said it's about connecting, about socializing. Okay, and now Rachel is going to give a Facebook dummy for those who are Facebook dummies.
Those who know me will know I really like to simplify everything. I do it with all my team stuff. I like things basic. I'll read the website, I'll get confused, and then I'll rewrite it in a really simple way for my team. So we're going down to basics with Facebook. For those of you that might have used it but might not be using it to its full potential. Okay? So you've got a username on Facebook. If you go on settings, which is in the top right-hand side, you've got your log out and your settings button. There you've got a username. Now you can pick your own username. You could just have your own name. You could have the FM team leader. You could have moneymaker. You can have exactly what you want, and it goes at the end of your URL, your www bit, on your Facebook page. So on your main profile, you could then direct people to that profile by them simply typing in www.facebook.com/ and yours is... So on the bottom of my business card, I've got Rachel Berry Beatty. And there's Diana's. And again, she's put on hers facebook.com FM Diana. Your newsfeed. When you sign into your Facebook, this is what everyone sees straight away. So I've done a nice screenshot of mine there. To your left-hand side of your screen, you've got your messages, you've got groups that you remember of, pages that you remember of, and then you've got the newsfeed in the middle. Sometimes it's interesting to, if you've added people that might not be people that you know, and you're doing just for networking reasons, to have a quick look through your newsfeed and pick up on something. You'd be so surprised the amount of people that will come out with, I'm bored, I'm skint. Is there anything else that people have picked up from their Facebook news feeds about that could lead on to you recruiting them? Or even selling to them? Sorry?
My wages are late in again.
Late wages. How many people have seen people announce on the Facebook that they're facing a redundancy? It's hard being up here. A redundancy. Has anyone seen that on the newsfeed recently? I live in Preston, it's quite near BAE, and I know they make redundancies from time to time. And people do end up chatting with people on the Facebook or saying, you know, I'm looking for a job. Is there any jobs? So read through it, and you might want to message someone, you might want to just comment on the thing, on the status. You can also update your own status. I think it gives a little section now, it says, how do you feel today? You click on that and you can put your own status. You can actually tag people in there. You can also tag Facebook groups. Places. So this morning I woke up, it was last night, and there was a tag that Diana, had you created it? Was it
Yes.
and she'd actually tagged various leaders on a status, and it also appeared on our profiles. So then our friends would see it. So it's very visual. People that might not have known Diana have then seen Diana's post through this. I've seen a lot of my team recently utilise it to go on different selling pages, because you can actually if you like an @ sign like in an email, and type the profile name, so it might be buy, sell, Preston. You can actually tag lots, and it appears on their profile page, which is a really quick way if you want to do 20 posts in 20 seconds. Your inbox. Has anyone seen the others thing next to their inbox? Yeah. Is there anyone that has never noticed the others? Okay. I will presume that if you go to your others tonight, you can thank me for this. Yes. You're going to find people that want to sign up if you've been advertising online. If anyone's not your friend and they message you, sometimes it will fall into your others file. It's like a spam blocker, and it stops you getting loads of messages through that you don't want. We might have people that I'll mention it from time to time on our team page, and they'll go, I've got 10 messages. So it's always worth checking. Friend requests. Be very, very careful on Facebook that you're not sending trillions and billions of face requests out to people that you don't know. If so many people press ignore and they don't want to be your friend because they purely don't know you, Facebook can actually put a ban on your account. Anyone here had a ban? Yeah? I mean, they make sure that you can't talk, which for some of the people that I'm sure have put their hands up, not talking on Facebook for a day or two is really, really hard. Some people come around this. I know Vicky Austin has about 6 different profiles, and she'll alternate from one to the other. You can do that if you want. Have your main one for your friends and your family, and you might want to have 5 different business ones. It's entirely it's entirely down to yourself. I there is people that have purely a perfume page. Personally, I prefer to have a personal one. I know one of my colleagues here, Becky, she has Pretty Little Things. So people only know her as Pretty Little Things. So it's entirely your choice. With myself, I find it a lot more personal. People can go on my profile and see that I am a normal person. I'm not a robot. I've got kids and family, and you know, I have ups and lows, and I'll share it with them. And the more that they see you're a real person, the easier it is for you to build a rapport with them, and for them to you know, put themselves in your shoes and think, I could do this. Events. I advertised with my team the Luton event, and it meant that from the group you can create an event and invite the whole team. You can also invite all your friends to an event. You could do an online party. Anyone done an online party before? Yeah? An online party is great for those that do struggle to go out in evenings. Some of you may have young girls that might be on their own with children, and they can't just go out at 8 o'clock and host a party. They only have so many home parties. And if they've got children anything like mine, where someone walks through the door and they're all downstairs and causing chaos at 8 o'clock, an online party is great. You can set one up for a certain time, and you can update your event as you go through the evening with different offers and discounts, and sometimes a couple of games. There's a lady who did an online event the other week, and she kept putting different music on to set the scene, which was really nice, and I was playing the music, and it kind of gets your customers a bit more energetic and enjoying themselves. So we're going to touch on recruiting via groups. Have you already created your own network? You might be on groups at the moment that you wouldn't actually think of even going on and post. Those of you that already recruit via Facebook may have noticed that buy-sell pages, the local selling pages and second-hand pages get really flooded with FM reps. It is possible for you to advertise on here, and it's great for you to go on and get people that are local. If you're local, remember to add that you are local. It gives you something above someone else who's posting from London if you're in Manchester, or so it does look better. However, most of my team members I've got from groups that I've already built a rapport on. Is anybody on any Facebook groups that aren't buy-sell pages? Right, we're going to go around, and we're just going to take a couple of ideas. Put them in my drawer. Okay. So, if you just put your hands up and I'll just go around. Becky?
Weight loss.
She's a weight loss page. Okay? So you've got loads of girls that are all coming together, and Becky's probably chatted to them, built a rapport with them. They know her, she knows them. They go through ups, they go through downs, and she's offering them an opportunity that they can make themselves feel great. Now, she might not go on and just do a post like she'd do on a buy and sell page. She'd tailor-make it. She might want to add that she can go, you know, is anyone feeling like they want to look better and feel better? I've got a really great product that you can try out. It's great for cellulite. You can tailor-make to the page that you go on. Over there? School Facebook groups? Anybody else on any Facebook groups?
The Principality of Monaco.
The captain is...
Yes, Jonathan?
Home-based business groups.
Home-based business groups. I joined one the other week. You find a couple of them get really flooded by people, and it's all, you know, join my opportunity, join my opportunity. There is some really good Facebook groups where people are just sharing tips and ideas, and they're really great to be on. It's great to make friends that way. Anybody else?
Bounty.
Bounty?
Yeah, joined Bounty when I was pregnant, and then still, like, we're 3 now, we still talk, and as I've gone to get in, I've got 4 groups, and they've all bought things
bounty groups. Anyone who's had a baby will know there's a company called Bounty who do a lot of advertising. Well, they have a Facebook group, and girls kind of split up into groups of when their due date is. So I've had twins, so I've joined twins groups, but I've also joined groups where when my children were born, their due date, and you'll make friends and they get to know you and they trust you. Remember, FM is a real people business. And if you're just going on buy-sell pages where people don't know you, there's no rapport and there's no reason for them to come to you to either sign up or make money or even to buy products. If people know you, it makes it so much easier. Is there any other pages anyone's on?
Yeah. I come from South London, but don't live there anymore. But there's, I come from a place called Forest Hill, and it's got a Facebook page called Old Forest Hillians, and it's all like posting sort of memories of when you were there.
Like memory pages.
Yeah, memory pages. Yeah.
Wedding.
Weddings. Yeah. Also, wedding pages. Think of all those ladies out there. What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you're getting married? Money. Money. How are you going to pay for this wedding? So is the man, isn't it? These weddings pages, I know that a couple of people have been on and found it's great because you can offer them something again that's tailor-made. Don't just write a status that you've copied off someone else. Be creative. I put one a couple of months ago saying that when it was my wedding, I was really devastated that I couldn't afford a chocolate fountain. I wanted a chocolate fountain. My friend, I wanted one. We can put you in a position where after a couple of weeks, you can actually pay for the chocolate fountain in your own time. And put the idea in the head. Once the idea is in the head, they can visualise it, and then when they visualise something, it's more possible for them to see themselves with it. Is there any other groups that people will be on?
Old schools.
Old schools? Universities? What's university? Anyone been a student before? Were you mega rich? You probably felt like it when you're going out in the clubs all week. But chances are they struggle. You know, they're eating pot noodles because at the end of the month they're waiting for the pittance from a part-time job. These are perfect kinds of people that need the opportunity that we're offering. You also find that students haven't got the cash to go and buy £8 bottles. So if you're offering them a product that's a fantastic quality that will last longer than the product that they've got, but at a lot more affordable price, that would be a huge incentive for them.
Just thinking about hobbies, any of the hobbies can help. Like I'm on snowboarding.
Snowboarding pages. People,
any hobby, basically.
and again, tailor making it. Go on a small snowboarding page. You know, I've just afforded to pay for myself to go to Paris on a snowboarding trip, and I did it thanks to a company called FM. Would anybody else have you?
Well, actually, this year, because I've got my free holiday, and I've got it. I'm going to one of the most popular resorts for snowboarding in France, Chamonix. So I'm posting the thing about I've got it free of charge. I'm going to Chamonix free of charge because of FM.
If you want to find out how, message me. And there will be people that will want to know more. Sometimes less is more when you're posting on Facebook. You want a chance to be able to speak to people and build that rapport. So make sure you put a pretty vague post up, so then they'll want to message it and ask you. Have you already created a network without realising it? These pages that you said that you're on, is everyone advertising on those pages? Has everyone made conversation about their business on those pages? And if you're not on those pages, find something. It would be pointless with Irina joining a twins page, because I hope she's not going to have any twins.
How could you know?
But it would be pointless, and people would know that she would be there just on a business basis. But if Irina joined Lithuanians in UK's page, she could build a rapport and start understanding where each other will come from. Have you got one of those?
There are a few, yeah. There are
Yeah, there's
Like
lots
town-based
around towns.
Yeah, and if there isn't any, make one. Make your own friends, add people to them. FM is a great business for making friends. People that are here today that I wouldn't have known before I started FM, and I am genuinely friends with them. They're on my Facebook and they know my life and I know theirs. Most of them know what my children are called, and it's a friendship, it's not just a business. So we might have covered most of them. Hairdresser pages, beauty tips pages, car, local community, computer games, knitting, grandparents, religion, home design, cookery, fashion, fitness. I think we've kind of covered quite a lot. So a few tips. Don't join a page that you don't have anything common with, as we touched on there with Irina.
Twins.
Yeah, twins. It would be pretty pointless, and it's hard to build a rapport. Your main important thing about this is building rapport and familiarising yourself with people. Don't mention FM straight away. If you join a page and straight away go join FM, chances are the admin will just delete you. The admin can do what they want. It's their page. It's it's their right. So you might want to message the admin before you even post and just say, I'm involved in a business. I can give you a bit of information about it first, but am I okay to post it? And a lot will respect you a lot more for coming forward and asking beforehand. Don't spam the page. You've got a little magnifying glass in the corner of a Facebook page. If you think that advertising on Facebook is for you, before you post on a page, just go to the magnifying glass and search FM and see if anybody has, or even perfume or cosmetics, and see if anyone from FM has posted in the last day. We can't reserve pages and you can't reserve areas. We can post wherever we want to, but if someone's posted 3 hours before, it's a bit silly just posting on top of them, and that's when you get friction between different people. Another tip that someone showed me the other day is if you go onto these buy-sell pages, search job, because the amount of people that will go onto a page and go, is there any jobs anywhere? Does anyone know of any jobs? So search for it. Drop into conversation what you do. FM on Facebook should be a lot like FM face-to-face. Don't split FM all the time. Chat to your friends, but then drop it in. If someone said they're struggling with financial problems, you might want to add, I've got an opportunity for you. Buy and sell in different locations. So you don't need to just stick to your area. The world's your oyster. You could even go internationally if you'd like to. And be unique. If you see someone posting something on Facebook, you might think, that's a really good idea. It's not always a good idea to just copy and paste it and use the same, because chances are someone's read that before, and before you know it, you've got like 10 different statuses, exactly the same, 10 different people doing exactly the same status, and it does get boring for people. You can create an online recruitment event. Invite all your friends on Facebook. Those that accept will receive all your Facebook pages on the news feed. Again, it keeps updating as you go through the day. Warm market. Again, as we touched on groups, people that you've already built a rapport with that know you, it's a lot easier to recruit and to sell to on Facebook. If you're just going in cold market and buy-sell pages, you might not get as much luck as if you go onto a page that you've already built rapport. Are we doing Right, okay. What I'm going to do is show you how it can be slightly different when you're recruiting someone on Facebook. When I first got told about FM, a lady I know sent me a big, long, 5-page Word document. And so I've got an opportunity you'll really like, here you go. And passed it me. And I opened the first page and I thought, And I closed it because it was 5 pages and it was lots of words, it was confusing. And I just thought, I don't have the time for this, I don't have the interest. She didn't build any rapport with me about the business. She didn't explain it to me, she just sent the information. So the first tip I give people is when you're on Facebook, if someone asks for more information, don't give it them, just share. What I want you to do first is build rapport. If I borrow Ian, borrow Ian. So I've found Ian online. He's seen one of my adverts and he's messaged me and said, "Can I have some more information, please?"
Can I have some more information?
Of course. Have you heard of? So have you done any network marketing business before?
Very good.
Okay. Have you ever worked from home?
Yeah, I work from home.
And what did you do?
I used to run my architect's practice from home originally.
Wow. That was fun.
It was fun for a time.
So you're still doing that at the moment?
Only just.
Good, good. And you enjoy it, I presume?
I've got to hate it actually.
How long have you been doing that for?
A little over 26 years.
And did you just do it in the UK? Did you travel?
I went to Scotland once.
It's very scary.
Yeah, I travelled when most of the UK.
Lovely, lovely. So you find a little bit more about them. If I'm speaking to someone that's a mum, I might ask,
What's it doing?
no, I'll still need you in a minute.
Are you a mum?
No, I was a single father. On stage of my life.
Lovely, that's really, really amicable. Have you, how old are your kids now?
I've got one daughter's 29 on Monday, and then I've got 2 stepdaughters at 26 and 24.
So they're all grown up now.
Well,
Look after you.
lovely day.
I've got 4 children. I've got a 10-year-old, a 5-year-old, and I've got 2-year-old twins. So I'm all over the place.
So busy girl then.
I'm very, very busy. But I started working for a networking business. Never done it in my life. Last year, I'm really enjoying it. It's managing to fit in with what I do. I didn't need any experience. And now I'm helping other people to come into the business. What was it that you enjoyed about the job that you did beforehand?
Initially I enjoyed the challenges, and I thought it was really smart working for myself. But prior to that I worked for the government, so I traded one boss for 20 bosses called clients on a weekly basis.
Well, the beauty of the business that I'm involved in, you don't have a boss, you'd have me as a friend and I'd help you along. But what I'll do for you, I'll give you a little bit more information, have a read over it. It's on a website that I'll give you. Now, I'm not sure if anyone uses any of their own personal websites, and check with your nearest orchid because they might have one that they provide. I use one that's www.fm, is it on this one? fminformation.com. Now this page doesn't have any other orchid names on it, any leaders or direction to go and contact anybody. So it's great for people that can't afford a website. You don't have to jump in and buy one and create one. You can just send them this, and it does actually say on the opportunity slide that if you want to know a little bit more about this, go back to the person that sent you. Always follow it up. Call them the next day, or arrange a call time, or arrange a message time that you can message back to them, and go from there. But you have built a rapport. You might want to, message Ian the next day, and if he's got young children, how have your kids been today? And look at the conversation that you've had the day previously and work from that. If you just send information, you won't get far. You need to build rapport and build a friendship with them. You can sit down.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, we're nearly there. Arrange a call back or a time to message back. Some people might have children, it might be inconvenient to them to message back till evenings, and then you can have a good conversation with them. Never rush into anything. You don't need to sign them in one day. It might take 3 days of chatting to them and finding out their reason why And once you've found out their reason why, you can tailor-make the opportunity to suit them. Part of Ian's reason why was, you know, he didn't enjoy having a boss. So you tailor-make the opportunity to him that he wouldn't have a boss, you know, he'd have a friend that would help him.
And you still can work from home.
I've also learned to look at the personality types that Ian covered on earlier, and different people, you can pick up from the conversation of what they want. Some people might want loads of information. I'm red. Just a little bit. And I'm pink, yes. And I think sometimes it can be my best trait and my worst trait sometimes. You have to kind of learn to understand your personality types and sometimes mix them in with other ones, as Ian covered. So people like Roy, if you messaged him straight away and said about being on stage and having money, wouldn't interest him, but I'd send him lots of information and websites, and there's also My World Media, myworldtvmedia.com. If you Google it, it comes up quite at the start, which is really, really good for sending people the opportunity presentation via message. I think it works out about £6 a month. It's a really good investment, and there's salons, you do conversational salons, don't you?
Training elements as well, plus the testimonials from great leaders.
If you find someone that's a young girl that really wants to do well in the company, there's one that was uploaded last week of a person that does it in the part-time, and she's a young girl, so you might want to pass her that bit of information, and she can watch over it. It's really clever, and it tells you when they've actually watched it as well. So if they haven't watched it, you know to message them and remind them to. So close, always message back. Bring all the information that you brought into one final message, and close. Ask them, do you want to come along? Do you want to join? Do you want to come along to a business opportunity meeting? Somewhere along the lines, you might ask them where they live. And remember, all the business opportunity meetings run by the orchids around the UK, there's always someone close by that will have a chat with them. Okay.
Okay. So basically, just to remember whatever we just talked on, some couple tips from me now. I felt useless just standing still. No, it's okay. So one of the main things is, as Rachel mentioned, you have to build reports. That means you have to build relationship. Word of mouth advertising, we all know it's the best form of advertising, and word of mouth advertising kind of works only between friends. Because if a stranger recommends something, you're not, like that's kind of the same as advertisement of TV. So for word of mouth to work, you kind of have to be friends, or at least someone you like. So you have to build relationship, even if it is via Facebook. Optimize your profile, and by that we mean, have a right information on your profile. Make sure you mention that you are FM distributor, so don't just, if you have another job, still mention that you are FM distributor as well, because that will, people would know that you're doing this. And also don't forget your profile photo. It is very important, so don't put your dog's photo or just any random photo, because people want to know you. People want to see their face, to put their face to it, so it's very good if you actually put a photo of yourself. Strategically grow your friend list, and one of the suggestions we said you can do it via groups. So just think about your business niche. If you want to work with lots of moms, you can do it with other moms, because it's like me, when I started this business, the reason why I started, because I had a small son, and I didn't want to let him go to nursery when he was 2 years old. I still wanted to be at home with him. So I started going for the children's center, to the children's centers, and talking to the other moms. When my son actually started going to nursery and to school, it was a little bit tricky for me to still go to the children's centers, because you should have to bring a child with you. So I thought, I can do that online. I can actually go to the young mom pages and just try to promote my business there. So I just ask what we do on the spare time, and we find the reasons why we are similar, so we bond together, and that's what we do. So find your niche and find the proper groups for that niche. Share the relevant and purposeful content. So don't share just random things. I mean, it's good to say, that you dropped your kids to school just now and some couple of things, but don't just, tell everyone exactly what you do, what you eat, how many times you got to shower, how many times you go to toilet, because that's too much information. Imagine if someone has you as a friend and they have it, your status comes up as your newsfeed, and you only keep posting and posting lots of useless information, people are going to unsubscribe from you. So even if they are your friends, they're going to unsubscribe from you, so none of the newsfeed are going to come from you, which is the downside, because then when you actually put the relevant information, people are not going to just look at, they're not going to see it. Join the other conversations and give other likes. You have to help other people generally. So if, let's say, you are on some toddlers group, and someone asks, do you know a good place where to go on Saturday morning to spend some time? So give them general help, tell them about the groups, because people then will like you for that. And also if someone asks, can you go and like my, handcrafting, maybe jewelry page, you go and like that page, they are most likely will come back and like your page as well if you have one. So, and one other important thing, cherish your time. We already realized that most of the people here spend more than 55 minutes on Facebook. Facebook is very, very addictive. Probably you might have went to Facebook just to reply one message. After 2 hours you realize you checked so many photos. So just cherish your time, because it's very important. If it's business-wise, obviously do that, and you have to do some personal bits. You can do lots of personal stuff on Facebook, but just don't get over and over lots of applications, games and stuff like that, because it can get really different and your time will be consumed. And I think that's it.